Hello my sweet friends and welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, hi, I'm Jamie and I'm so glad you stopped by to watch today's video.
Don't forget to like, subscribe to my channel, and hit that bell for notifications.
Do another cook with me, hang out with me in the kitchen. 3 dinner recipes that are sure to please. Let me just tell you, 2 of them were new and they were so stinking delicious. So first up, an oldie but goodie, meatballs, brown gravy with a little bit of onion and bell pepper over rice. Yes, please, just pure comfort food and really, really simple. I buy the frozen meatballs from Sam's and it is one of our favorites. Love having a bag of frozen meat that can be used in so many different ways. So I'm going to show you one of our favorite ones. If you guys are ready, let's get to our first dinner.
All right, friends, want another simple, quick, easy dinner. You guys, this is where it's at. So you're going to take pre-made frozen meatballs, beef meatballs. You're going to do 2 packets of the brown gravy mix. Of course, mine is gluten-free. I'm adding my water to my brown gravy mix. I've got my meatballs in there, so I'm going to add a cup of the seasoning blend and then the 2 cups of water. Probably gonna add 1 more cup after this. And you guys, put this on the Instapot in such an easy and awesome meal. And we're gonna put it over rice. So good, so yum, so simple. All right, so you're gonna cover the meatballs almost because they're frozen, so they're gonna add a little bit of juice as well. So adding my onion and bell pepper mix. I'm going to cook this on the beef setting. All right, here's dinner. So we paired it with rice, limas, and of course a little side salad, and it was so stinking good.
All right, next up is Mexican ground beef skillet. You guys, this was such a yummy, easy 1-pot dish, and you guys, you can use this recipe so many different ways. We actually just kind of put some lettuce and sour cream on top, but you can make tacos out of it. You can just dip your chips in it. You can make burritos out of it. You can make taco salad. This was such an easy and versatile recipe, and it was so stinking good. Let me know if you try this one. And if you guys are ready, let's get to the Mexican ground beef skillet recipe.
So we're going to start off with our 2 tablespoons of olive oil, and the recipe calls for 1/2 medium yellow onion, garlic, 1 tablespoon of minced garlic, and 2 large bell peppers. You guys know my love of the seasoning mix, so I am just going to add in about a cup of that to keep it really super simple and just dump and go. So we're gonna cook these up, cook this, and then add the ground beef. I'm gonna add in 1 pound of ground beef to get this recipe started because your girl's gotta go to the gym. She's slacking. I am going to substitute a few of the ingredients, friends, because Dave doesn't really, he's kind of over beans right now, so I'll just add corn instead of black beans. And of course I didn't have garlic. And then I don't have beef broth, but I have the broth base, so I will use that in the recipe, which I love having that on hand. I need to get some beef of that as well. And then I don't have tomato sauce, I just have crushed tomatoes, so I'll use that in exchange as well. So always remember, you can tweak a recipe whichever way that you like it, and that's what I love about being, what's the word I'm looking for? Being resourceful with what you have, I guess. All right, let me cook this up and we'll get back to it. Friends, now we are going to add in homemade taco seasoning, and it's in the recipe, so I just followed it. 2 tablespoons of green chilies, okay, 1/2 cup tomato sauce. Then you're going to add 1.5 cups of your beef broth. This is chicken broth, so it's fine. It's all fine, everything's fine. You're going to use 1 can of black beans or 1 can of corn. Mix that together, and then I'm going to add in, now you need to use instant rice with this recipe, so I'm going to add in 1 cup of the instant rice. and 1/2 cup of shredded cheese. I'm using this queso, so I'm gonna put 1/4 cup in the mix, or 1/2, I'm sorry, yes, 1/2 cup in the mix, and I might add a little bit of just shredded Mexican on top of cheese. But this is the queso cheese that I had for another recipe, so I thought I would use it. But I'm just gonna cover this, and I will cook this when I get home. But it's gonna be so flippin' good. So we will come back and I will bake this and we'll see the goodness. This looks amazing. So it just sat that time and it cooked that rice since it was instant rice. So I'm going to just add some cheese. Hey, baby girl. What's he doing? Is he a good girl? So I have some taco style cheese I'm just going to add to the top, and I'm going to, it just doesn't call to bake it, but your girl's gonna bake it in the oven just to heat up the cheese and heat up the dinner. I thought this would be like really good. I'm just gonna use that whole. So that's probably 1/2 cup of cheese on top. So we're gonna pop this in the oven and I'll show you the after. Here is this yummy rice bowl. All right, y'all ready to taste this. I did add some lettuce and some non-fat Greek yogurt. You guys, okay, that is so delicious. You have got to try this. I love trying out new recipes for you guys because let me just tell you, it's so good. Okay, I gotta take a picture. I messed up the prettiness of it. Shame. So. All right, last but not least, you guys. Okay, if you saw my grocery haul, we got a large pork tenderloin, like a big chunk of pork. And David sectioned it off and made some tenderloins and he made some pork chops. But I was talking to a sweet friend at our salon, Miss Bruno, and you guys, she gave me the best pork tenderloin recipe. It's herb roasted pork, and you guys, I cannot begin to tell you how delicious this recipe is. It is divine over rice. It can be done so many different ways with lots of veggies, kind of like a little Asian twist on it. And you guys, it is so flipping good. It is such a great recipe. All right, so let's get to the herb roasted pork recipe. Let's get to cooking. All right, friends, coming at you with a new recipe. I am so excited. Let me lighten you guys up a little bit. All right, so I'm so excited about this. Of course, your girl does not have sage. So what I'm gonna do, this is the dry rub. We are making a, let me just show you. We are making a pork tenderloin, okay? So I've got my pork tenderloin. We had just gotten that big pork loin, and Dave made a couple pork tenderloins and some pork chops. So we are going to make a dry rub for this pork tenderloin. So you're supposed to use a teaspoon of sage. So I'm gonna use Italian seasoning. And you're supposed to use a clove of garlic. I'm just gonna use, guys, just seasonings. This is what we're doing. And then salt and pepper. So this is our rub. And I'm also going to just give this pork tenderloin some oil on both sides. You're going to cook this for 3 hours or until the temperature reaches internal temperature of 145 degrees. So I'm going to apply this rub on both sides. So I'm going to take half of the rub and apply it to one side. And the yummy part of this is like the topping that you put on it. So I'm so excited about it. So I'm gonna get the rest of my toppings. And I'm going to sprinkle it on my pork. And we're going to place this bad boy in the oven. Lily, she's ready to. Putting it in the oven for 3 hours. So I'm gonna put that bad boy in on the medium in the middle. Right. Okay. And next up, we're gonna make the sauce. So we are going to start in a saucepan, and we are going to do 1/2 cup sugar. I'm actually gonna use brown sugar. I read the reviews. So I'm gonna use brown sugar. So 1/2 cup of brown sugar. and then 1 tablespoon of cornstarch. So I'm going to do flour, so I'm going to put that in at the end. So give me just a second on that one. Then 2 tablespoons of soy sauce. I'm using coconut aminos. So 2 tablespoons of soy sauce, water, and then 1/4 cup vinegar. I'm actually using apple cider vinegar. That's what I have on hand, so we're rolling with it. So 1/4 cup of that. And this is supposed to be the best part of this roast, is the rub that you put on. All right, okay, so we are going to combine that together. It smells so delicious. Let's use cornstarch, but I did not have cornstarch, so we are doing just flour, gluten-free flour. And heat this up, and I'll show you the after. It smells divine. Friends, I wish we had smell-o-vision. This little heaven looks delish and smells divine. So the last half hour of the cooking time of your pork, you're going to apply this little glaze. Look at that beauty. Okay, so now what we're gonna do is we are going to cook at the last 30 minutes with the glaze on. So I want to pour that glaze on there. And you do it like every 15 minutes you do it. So we're going to do that, and I'll show you after. Got to record, you guys. It is absolutely gorgeous. It was such an awesome roast. And I did rice, and I'm going to do green beans. You guys, the glaze on this is perfection. You have to try it. This is the bowl, you guys. It is so delicious. I did reserve some of the sauce to put on top, but you guys, you have to try this pork tenderloin. It is so good. Friends, I hope you guys enjoyed this week's dinner recipes. These are so much fun to make. Love trying new recipes out. If you guys have a new recipe you would like for me to do, let me know in the comment section. I would love to hear from you guys. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. This was just a great week, so I hope you guys enjoyed it too. Always remember, you are amazing, you are beautiful, you are loved, you are enough, and you are flippin' phenomenal. Love you guys so stinking much. Mwah.